name is Bhavyashri, and in this video we will be seeing Geography of Grade 6 lesson number 2, Major Landforms of Earth. So in the last video we saw the recaps of every types of crust, mantle, and there were two main atmospheres. What are their names? Correct. Lithosphere and asthenosphere. Correct. So what are the uses of these both? Correct. Lithosphere is the crust and mantle combined together known as a atmosphere. What about asthenosphere? Comment down below if you know, okay? Now in this video we will be seeing about the continents. Okay, what is the name of the supercontinent? Pangaea, correct. So that Pangaea became into 7 continents. So we will be seeing about each specialty and about each continent. Shall we go to the lesson? Yes. Let's see the landforms of Earth, then go into the continents. The continuous units of landmass on Earth's surface are known as continents. What is the name of the water that surrounds the continents? Oceans, correct. There are 7 continents in the order of the size. They are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, and Europe, Australia, Oceania. So these are the 7 continents and we'll be seeing about everything. So first let's know what are the continents, how are they useful, then let's see about them in detail. Shall we learn? 29% of the Earth's surface is covered by continents. 2/3 of all continental mass lies in the northern hemisphere. That means there are 2 poles, North Pole and South Pole. So the entire 2/3 of the entire continental mass lies on the northern sphere, that means on the top of the globe. The large landmass of the northern hemisphere are in a triangular shape. That means the northern hemisphere, wherever the continents are settled in, they are in a triangular shape and in form. North America, South America, Africa, and the subcontinent of India are mainly of peninsula. Mainly of peninsula is like a place where it's like a small island with a lot of water and reservoirs over there. Now are wide on the north and the top towards the southwards. So wherever the continents are settled in, they are tapering towards the southwards and they are settled mostly in the northern region. All the continents that I told you about. The arrangement of the continents and the oceans is in such a way that where there is landmass in the northern hemisphere, there is an ocean in the southern hemisphere. See, the continents are like segregated in the place where if this is the continent, this is North Pole, this is South Pole. If here is the continent, then if this is the continent and the ocean is on the southwards. So it means like even if the continent is on the north hemisphere, the ocean will be in the southern hemisphere. So, okay, the North Pole is surrounded by the Arctic Ocean while the South Pole is surrounded by the continent of Antarctica. So, the North Pole is surrounded by what? Yes, Arctic Ocean, whereas the South is covered with Antarctica. So, these both continents act as the water and the ocean for the continents of the poles. Now, let's see about each continent. First, let's see Asia. Asia. It covers 1/3 of the Earth's surface and lies entirely on the northern hemisphere. It's not tapering towards a southern hemisphere, nothing. It's entirely settled in the northern hemisphere. So these are the main particular points about it. It is the largest continent. It has the highest point on the world, Mount Everest, that is 8,848 meters high, and the lowest point, that is Dead Sea, that is 400 meters below sea level. Like, I'm not talking about the depth. Including the depth of the sea level, there's more depth other than the sea level. That means, for example, I'm just telling this is not real. I'm just giving an example. If the sea depth is nearly 10,000 feet, then below that, even deeper into the Earth's crust, it's 400 meters more in the sea level. So it is known as Dead Sea. So, okay, I'll ask you a few questions. What is known as the roof of the world? Correct. Plateau of Tibet. So this is like Plateau of Tibet is like known as the roof of the world because it's the highest, largest in the world, plateau in the world actually. Plateau means it's like a surface that is over the mountains. Now, World's deepest lake is known as Lake Bikal. So it is a lake that has the deepest, it is a freshwater lake that is 1,637 meters depth into the. So now let's see the world's largest average rainfall. That is, the highest average rainfall in the world is done in Asia, and it's known as Cherrapunji. It is the average rainfall, the highest average rainfall, not the storms or the thunderstorms or the tornadoes I'm talking about. I am talking about the rain that has happened, which is 2,600 mm height. Now there are the rivers. Okay, there are the rivers of the form of the largest deltas in the world are in Asia. What are they? Let's have a guess. Correct. Ganga and Brahmaputra are the largest deltas in the continent Asia. Not only in the continent of Asia, but in the world. Nearly 60% of the world's population lives in the fertile river valleys in Ganges, Indus, and Ganga, Brahmaputra. So these are the names of the river valley civilizations. Like the civilizations where they have settled near the river banks. So there's a reason why they have settled near the river banks is because the water is fresh, the soil is very fertile due to the running water and the minerals coming. It's good for cultivation. So people tended to start living there first, so that they cultivated. They had water to drink, water that helped in irrigation. Water is like the main essential in even cultivation as well, right? So that's why water they started settling near the river banks. Correct. Great ancient civilizations thrived here. That means a lot of civilizations were first found in Asia. They are known as Tigris, Euphrates, Indus, and Hong Ho. So these are the major large civilizations that have thrived near the river banks. So this is all about Asia. Now we close the chapter of Asia. Now we'll be seeing about Africa. It is the second largest continent. It is separated from Asia by the Suez Canal. So it is the second largest continent, and Asia and Africa, I think, were once one continent, but it was separated by the Suez Canal and from the mainland in Europe. So Africa was connected to Asia and Europe. So it was separated by Asia by the Suez Canal. By Europe, it is a Strait of Gilbert. So it's like a small piece that is connected to both of them, and it has got separated. For a long time, not much was known about Africa due to its uninhabited terrain and unfriendly climate. It is also known as a dark continent. Geologically speaking, in the oldest continents, it formed in the core of landmass and the Gondwana when the ancient continent Pangaea broke up. So, it is the oldest continent as well because it was formed in the core of landmass before the Pangaea broke up. After the Pangaea separating as well, it remained in its position due to its core landmass. So, it is the only continent that lies in the four directions of the hemisphere. So, this is the only continent that lies in the four directions: north, south, east, and west. It stays in the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, eastern hemisphere, and western hemisphere. The equator passes through the middle of the Africa. So the equator is like the middle line for the entire globe, right? But it is also like the middle line for Africa. The Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn also pass through Africa. So the equator passes through the middle. On the top is Tropic of Cancer. Below is Tropic of Capricorn. The prime meridian also passes through its western side. See, all the important longitudes are passing through it. Now see, prime meridian, Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Cancer, and the equator. These are the four most important longitudes that are passing through Africa. So it is all the main four things in one continent. The Nile, the world's longest river, flows through Africa. So the river Nile, even the civilization and Nile as well, as it was more fertile than all of them. But it's not mentioned here, but I'm also telling that it is more. So there was actually a civilization known as the Nile civilization, where people started settling near the river banks of Nile. So it was known as the Nile civilization. It's not mentioned here, but just have a idea of what it is. The world's longest river passes through Africa as well. The Great Rift Valley, which stretches over 6,440 kilometers from Mozambique in south to the Dead Sea in the north. Just see, Dead Sea is entirely in the Asia, but this thing is coming from Africa to Asia. Like, just imagine the first two biggest continents are passing through a big rift valley. So it is in both the continents. It is in Asia continent and in Africa. Why? Because it started in the Africa, but it goes till Dead Sea, that is in Asia. So apparently this thing extends till Asia. The Sahara Desert, the world's largest desert, covers about 25% of the continent. So the continents cover 29%, right? But this Sahara Desert covers 25% of the entire continent. It was widely believed that human life first began there. So, it was widely believed, everyone thought, okay, the first human life started in Africa. So, we saw about Africa, right? Now, let's see North America. It is the third largest continent and it lies entirely on the northern hemisphere. It was earlier connected to South America by the Isthmus of Panama. That means it is a strip of land that connects to both North America and South America. They were both connected into one until it broke off and they both became separate continents. But now the Panama Canal separates the two continents. The Isthmus of Panama is a strip of land that connecting two larger pieces of land. It contains wealth of the natural wonders like the magnificent Great Crayon and the Great Lakes from the world's largest bodies of fresh water. World's biggest, tallest and oldest trees are found there. It is in California. Greenland is in the largest island known as Executing in Australia. So we saw the first three, right? We saw Asia, Africa and North America, and how they cover the entire land and how much they do. So that's all for today. See you guys in the next class. Bye all.